Hello, my name is Tanisha Garner, and this is my presentation for the Golden Monkey Cafe. So this is a restaurant local to my area in Lynn, Massachusetts, and so I decided that it'd be a good idea to go ahead and revamp, rebrand, and add some more user-friendly features to their website to keep the user more interactive. So I guess we'll start at the top. Right here, we have our logo and the Golden Monkey Cafe logo text. This will act as a home button. And then we have let's go back. Then we have our navigation, so a menu, order now, our story, gallery, and contact. And to move on, we have our carousel. So our carousel has images on them, and then Um, within the image, we have overlaid text, and each text has like a slogan. So we have from our home to yours. We have In Khmer Soul, we have Anchor Spices, and then we have Ancient Roots. On the carousel, we also have on each slide, we have a menu button. So it goes directly to the menu, straight forward, straight front and center for the user. Um, so when we go down, we have our mission, our culture, our story. This here is just a little bit of a brief introduction to the story of the creators of this business. Their names are Peter and Chenda. So below that text, I have the Our Story button here. And within that, we do have some like cool fun to play with, like hover features here. Below that, we have our favorites. Now, this I implemented using jQuery tabs and then going ahead and using CSS to style it. So, firstly, we have our appetizers. It shows like the favorites that people um, tend to order most often. So we have appetizers, main courses, and boba teas. And then below that, you'll see like a description of each dish here or each drink. And then below that, you'll see a link to the full menu. Because it is a restaurant website, I really wanted to like make note to put the menu front and center for the user at least a few times. So below that, we have what our guests say. So we have our review section, and then we have our Find Us. So with the Find Us here, I implemented a Google Map. This is actually an API. And so this is here to help the user either get directions and like see where the restaurant is and other surrounding businesses and what street the business is on. And then below that, you'll see some text. Want to visit us? Click the button below to get directions. So this will actually link directly to the Google Maps, and it'll give all the information to the restaurant. On the left side of the Google Map, we have reviews. So here I actually had a little bit of difficulty using a Google API to pull these reviews directly from Google. There are some limitations when it comes to being just, you know, a non-business or just a regular person trying to pull Google reviews. So I went ahead and took the information from reviews. These are actually real reviews, and I put them in a JSON file and then use JavaScript to display them in rotation on page load. So if I reload the page, you'll see that it changes the reviews here. When we go below that, just for more styling and more like branding purposes, I made another section using tabs, and so the theme is traditions, flavor, and community. And so here I have like information about the tradition of Cambodia and the culture. And then I have flavors. Cambodian food and cuisine is heavily based on spices and herbs, and a lot of colorful food within that. And then as far as community goes, a lot of the things that the restaurant may participate in within the local area. So we have Lynn, Massachusetts. We have the Cambodian Festival. And then we also have in Lowell, we have the Water Festival. And because they're a Khmer restaurant, they tend to participate in both of these events. So I thought it would be interesting to put that in there to show they're giving back to the community and they're involved. And so below that, we have our Stay Connected, which have images to link to each of their social medias. So like Facebook, Instagram, Yelp, and then I below that, lastly, I have the footer. Now with the footer, I haven't really added too much information just yet. I just kind of plugged and play some things in there. But I haven't quite, got to that just yet. That's something I figured I could do later. So that's pretty much my homepage. And then when I go to my menu, again, I've been focusing mainly on the homepage and the menu as of now because, because it is a restaurant business, I really wanted to get the bulk of that done and then move on to story, gallery, and contact. So firstly, you'll see platforms that the restaurant is on, like Uber Eats, DoorDash, Grubhub. As far as this text here goes, I will be changing the font choice and centering it right under the image here. Now on to the bigger stuff, because again, because it's a restaurant website and we really wanted to highlight the menu. On the original website, they do not have their menu on their actual website. So I figured it'd be kind of an important piece to add to it. So I went ahead and start building the menu. It will feature starters, main dishes, kids, drinks, sides, and sauces. And then um, I started building it with the starters here, and then it's basically like in a card style. So I make sure that they have the name, the image, and the description of the dish, and then the price as well. So right now I have all of the starters done. I'm gonna be moving on to main dishes, kids, drinks, sides, sauces. And then finally, once I have all that information plugged in there, I'm gonna go ahead and actually take this default out and I'm gonna style it in a way where the tabs are actually listed on the left side in almost like a vertical stack form. So I want to be able to like click, 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 and then it will go ahead and basically change like this. So that's pretty much what I have for the menu page currently. When I go to our story, I did have a placeholder right for now. I'm gonna continue building that out. Same thing with gallery, same thing with contact. I figured these are gonna be a little bit more simple and fun to do. So that's why I kind of used a majority of my time um, to build out the home page and the menu and like the important links to the site. Um, so yeah, so that's pretty much what I have now. I also would actually like to show you the original website. So this is their original website, just to get so you have some like context as to why I wanted to go ahead and remake this and overall make it more user friendly and nice to look at, frankly. So yeah, I would appreciate any feedback and I hope you have a good day. Thank you.